Hello, welcome to Bob's Reviews here in Manila, Philippines. I'm here in Pasay. It's a beautiful day out today, sunny, getting a little cloudy now. I think we're going to have some afternoon rain. I hope everyone's doing well. Everything in this video was bought by me for doing the said video. And today we're going to do unwrap or take out of the box. I just received these this morning and I had to open it to take a picture to send to the seller, part of their warranty process or whatever. So this is the item that I ordered. Comes in this packaging from Lazada. On the back it goes to a lot of different countries, so we have a disclaimer for all the different areas, the EU, the UK, America, so on and so forth. It took about 5 days from the time I ordered it to the time that it arrived. It cost me about 500 peso. And what we have inside the box, are two IEC connectors. Now these are 1-to-1. I'm not sure of the pronunciation of the Japanese company that these are a copy of. But the original ones cost about $50 each, or 2,500 peso each. I picked these up, the pair, for 500 peso. Oyad, I think is the way you pronounce it. I am not sure. I apologize. So at this point on, we're going to call it clone. Okay. Supposedly, copper contacts. They look pretty good. Polycarbonate shell. Gold-plated copper, supposedly. We'll check. We'll test. I bought the EU style instead of the American style. Now, why did I buy it? Why I just made a power cable? I need another power cable for the upcoming video and my upcoming purchase of a power filter. So to use the power filter, in the Philippines, we don't use the American style plug with the ground, with a third leg. Even though the power filter does take that, and so that's why my 12 gauge cable has that American style plug on it. This one is going from the power filter to the wall, and being that the Philippines only uses 2 lines, they don't use a ground. So here is the ground on this one. Okay, so this would be your live and your neutral. Okay, so in order to accommodate the power here, I went with the UK style, which is fine. There's no problem with that. I'm still going to use the three wire cable, and I'm going to be using for going from the wall to the power. Now you guys remember, I'm using Class D, and I also have a NAD amp, and the NAD amp is only 40 by 40. The integrated amplifier is only 40 by 40. My SMSL is a Class D. It only uses 40 watts. So that 12 gauge power cable I made is ridiculous. Way too much for that unit. But you know, me being American, bigger is better. I love the look of it and the size of the cable. But going from the wall to the power filter, power strip, I don't need such a big cable, and I don't want such a big cable on the floor. So what I'm going to go with is 14 gauge instead of 12 gauge. So these two are going to be used for the 14 gauge wire that I have coming. Royal cord, 3 wire. I will make a video on that, and a better video than the one before. But these are the plugs I'm going to use. Now this is the female and this is the male. Pretty good copies, I must say. They look good. No problem with the back. Now these will take anywhere from 8 to 17 millimeter cable. So the biggest cable you're going to be able to use on these is 10 gauge. I wouldn't recommend using 10 gauge because it's way too hard to work with. I just wouldn't. I would go with 12 gauge max. And that was even a tight fit in this. 14 gauge is going to be no problem at all. These are rated for 10 amp 250 volt or 15 amp 125 volt. And like I said, I'm using that SMSL amplifier, integrated amplifier. It's only 40 watts, so the power consumption is very, very low compared to my NAD, or compared big with my Krell, which was Class A. Now the Class A, that's when you need that big thick cable like that, okay? For me, for the SMSL, you don't need it. It's overkill, but it looks good. Now warning, you guys, this is a very easy job to do. This is easier to doing speaker cables than making speaker cables, making a power cable. But on a skill level, 10 being the hardest, I would rate this a 3. This rates about a 3 as far as difficulty of doing. So it's very easy. Anybody could do it, but be careful with your wiring. Make sure you have a second set of eyes look at it before you use it, just to play safe. Better to be safe than sorry than blowing something up. So please, warning you guys, if you're not familiar or you have no electrical experience behind you, you can do this project, but you do need to have someone else take a look at your work. For me, it was a little tricky because most of my wiring all goes back to cars, which are DC, and this is AC, so everything is totally different. So you got to get your mindset off of the way everything is wired in a DC unit. Okay, so keep that in mind. But let's take these apart. Let's take this one apart first. Let's see what's inside and check the contacts. So it unthreads real easy. I'm having no problem, no difficulty unthreading it. Go a little bit on this one. I think we've topped out. Go a little bit on this one. I think we've topped out. Give it a couple extra turns. Take it off. No, we haven't topped out yet. So, back to the screwdriver. Take your time, you guys. I'm trying to hurry because I'm on a video and I'm trying to impress everybody how quickly I could do things. So, there we go. Inside, you'll see this little part here. My red set came with these. This is if you're going to use smaller cable. Okay, I may need to use it for the 14 gauge because the 12 gauge and 10 gauge fit perfectly in there, as you can see. But I would have to use this if I was using smaller gauge wire. Oh, look what I see inside. I see that the plastic here, where the screws anchor, has a metal collar inside. The red ones did not have that. They had plastic threads. This has metal threads. Very nice. I got to give you a thumbs up for that. Very good. I'm impressed. Nice and clean. No problem. The contacts, they look good. Nice and clean. I see labeling there for your live, your neutral, and your ground. Nice. Okay. Let's put that to the side. Put that back in there. Let's try taking this apart. So far the contacts look good. Come on, focus. Contacts look good. Gold-plated copper, supposedly. Let's take a look. Unscrew this. Screws come out good because of the threaded collar inside the plastic. And also that helps out because now I don't have to worry about stripping the holes out like the red ones. The red ones, they just had plastic threading. They didn't have that metal collar in there. So I'm going to give it my hats off to this one for doing that. I think it's free. Yep, it's free. Inside, yep, there's that part I was talking about. There's a part for smaller diameter cable. My other video, I forgot to mention, these two screws right here anchor the wire in. So what you want to do is you want to get the wire with the insulation right up to that edge here, to the edge right in there. So you want it to come in a little bit, and then you want it to clamp down. You don't want to clamp down on the bare wires, in my opinion. I would rather clamp down on the insulation of the jacket of the cable itself. you'll have a better anchor point, and you'll be able to crank it down. And in the other video, I forgot to mention to anchor, to screw these tight. And remember to go back and forth, back and forth. Now when I make the cable, I'll point that out again, but just as a reminder, I forgot to mention about that before. So remember, go from this side to this side to this side to this side. You want to tighten that up evenly so it's not cocked or crooked once it's inside there. But I'm for the price I paid, I can't complain. The contacts look good. And I like the Allen head. I like the Allen head screws. That's nice. Looks very good, very clean, very nice. This is nice. So, with that out of the way, I'll end this video. Oh yeah, let's do a magnet test. I'm getting no reaction using my Chinese refrigerator magnet from when I went to China. And it's the strongest one on the fridge, that's why I picked it. Nothing. I'm sure these screws inside there are steel though. But you really don't have to worry about that too much with the power cables. That's more to do with the speaker wires and speaker connections and RCAs. So far so good. I really can't test anything on this. This is the important one. I try on here and nothing. Now let's see if it's copper. Let me give it a scratch with this file. I really can't tell. It's not magnetic, so I'm happy with that. I'm very happy there's no magnetism in there. That makes me happy. But is it pure copper? I don't know. Come on, focus. Focus. Camera don't want to work with me. Here we go. I don't know. I don't think so, guys. I don't think that's copper. We'll still use it though, because it's only going from my wall to the filter. So I will use this. I will keep using it. So that was my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for my next video, which will be building of the power cable for that, or it will be the power filter. So with that said, you guys have a good Sunday. Enjoy yourself. God bless. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. My last video, a couple of videos ago, I have received one of the best comments I have ever received in my life. I want to thank you for that comment. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Being PWD in the Philippines is hard. It's not a very PWD friendly city. So I'm mostly home most of the time. So this really helps me out a lot. I appreciate you guys giving me the chance to speak to you guys and to show you some of the experiences that I have here in the Philippines in purchasing items like this and little projects, especially being on a budget now after the disability. It's been tight, so I've had to look for ways to cut costs. And I love audio. I have over 30 years of experience in audio, so this is something I love, and I really love doing this kind of work with my hands. So I appreciate the love. I appreciate if you like and subscribe. You all take care. Have a good Sunday. God bless. And we'll see you in the future. See ya.